Can I give you one more? Leaders must be able to identify the gifts around them and allow those gifts to find expression. That means a leader must be intrinsically secured. Otherwise, you would clamp down the potential for growth because of your insecurity. Let me take that again. That leaders must be able to identify the gifts around them and to allow those gifts find expression. Not careless expression, organized expression. You see, most African leaders, and that includes, with all due respect, that includes spiritual leaders, the moment they detect that someone is rising and has great potential, they feel insecure. You see that? That was the kind of leadership that Herod and the Pharisees, the moment Jesus came up and the whole city were following him, they said, look, let's find a way of killing this guy. They were willing to release Barabbas to end the ministry and the influence of Jesus. You must be secured enough to allow the people you are raising to find expression. Now, there's a side effect to that. Many of them will downplay, demean your leadership and your contribution, sadly, but that does not change the fact that you are a leader. You have to be secured enough. You will raise somebody tomorrow who will look down at you and ignore you, unfortunately, but that again is the price for visionary leadership. Are we learning? All right, so let me give us room to ask one or two questions as touching leadership. I think I'll stop here. Whether as regards, one more thing, leaders are excellent people. Leaders are trailblazers. When the people you lead are by far better than you, there will be no basis for their being loyal. I must tell you this. Leaders are excellent people. Leaders are trailblazers. Wanting loyalty indefinitely when your contribution is no longer needed by your people is a joke. That means if the people you lead become by far more enlightened, by far more productive, by far more excellent than you as a leader, they do not hate you, but they will have to look up to another kind of inspiration, which will not be you. This is the problem with African leaders again. So someone is appointed over people, with all due respect, he's the dumbest, he's the most unproductive, and yet he wants to force loyalty. So intelligent people are pegged, their growth and advancement is pegged at the mercy of the insecurity of someone who is not going anywhere. You dare to rise, you are clamped down, he's not moving, and because you are under him as politically appointed, you're not going to move again. You see that? In our universities in Nigeria and many parts of Africa, we have people who have been professors for a long time, great people, but some of them have refused to grow. And so younger minds have come, but they will not give them the leverage to rise because of insecurity. You see that now? So leaders must be able to identify the gifts around you and to allow them find expression. The side effect, like I said earlier, is that some of those people will not recognize you. Some of those people will not honor you, unfortunately. But then those who will be for you eventually attesting to your leadership will be by far greater than those who look down on you. This is for sure, right? Okay, questions? Okay, because I'm aware I have to release you on time. Let's do it this way. Every row would have at least one or two people. Would that be fine? So that you decide, okay, let's start with you. Just as clear as you can. Every moment count. Don't waste time. Time is a gift, a precious gift that from a human standpoint is irrecoverable. When it goes, time only goes forward. You never go into your yesterday again. God restores, but he restores by taking the blessings of yesterday and bringing it into your tomorrow. But generally speaking, maximize your moments. Invest in knowledge, buy materials, refuse to be distracted by people who are going nowhere. And you must have the courage to cut away from profitless relationships. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to fight them or antagonize them, but you must love your future enough to be able to stamp your feet over certain relationships. So I think the key to preparation is to piece together the materials you need to build your understanding. So be all about that. Get the materials. You have a very rich library, and then you can, I'm sure that there are many wonderful bookstores. I mean, you have resources here. You have intelligent people who are leaders. So find people who represent where you are going to and then don't just admire their results, learn their mindsets. You see, so that's what I would advise you to do, my friend. Yes, next question.